Hey, what is up, guys? A Gangster Jeweler here. So today we might have a two-in-one to do here. We got one. Might do this in one video. We got one bracelet. Just needs a jump ring. Missing the jump ring that hooks the clasp to it. And then we have another one that also needs a jump ring, but we need to take two links out of it, and they have supplied me with a clasp here. I'm just going to take the jump ring off of that, and we need to take two links out of this as well. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Oh damn, I think we're going to take that link out right there. Look at that link right there. See how it's all twisted and smashed up? I think we're going to take that one out and another one there in the middle, since that's the ugly link. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start with this one. Let's go ahead and, yeah, that's an ugly link. It's all smashed. First of all, let's see if we can straighten this end tab out. This end tab's all fucked up. You got it caught on something for sure. You see how that thing's all twisted and mangled up. Boy, that thing got hung up real good. Yeah, it did. Got hung up real good. Shit, that end tab on this side's a hell of a lot better than this little rinkety thing got going on over here. Alright. Well, at any rate, let's go ahead and get the jump ring off of this. Don't look like it's welded, so that's good. I don't know why it wouldn't be welded, but now that's one way you can tell. It's not always going to be the case, but that is one way that you can tell if a necklace or a bracelet is real. Normally the end tab is going to, or the jump ring is going to be welded together, whereas on most of your fake stuff it's not. But it's not always going to be the case, because this is real and the jump ring wasn't welded, so that's not always going to be the case. But alright, we got the jump ring. I think before we do the jump ring though, let's go ahead and let me get a little bag for this to put this in. Get us a little bag to put this clasp and end tab in so we don't lose it for them. We'll put it back in the bag here for them. There we go. Alright, now I think before we do the jump ring, let's go ahead and do the link removal first. So here's the thing, these links are kind of thick on the sides. Normally I would cut it on the side and then do it from there. I don't usually like to try to do it in the link part there, but there's a lot of room in between there. So I think that's where we're going to cut and weld it at. It's going to be there in the joints. But what we need to do, we need to go ahead and take this one bad link out for sure. Let's see. Trying to think if I could do this with regular cutters or if I need to get the big ones, big boys out. We'll try with the regular cutters first, I guess. That worked. Okay. Let's cut that. Let's go ahead and open that up real quick. Grab that, grab that. Open her up. There we go. And we need to take one more out here. But we are going to have to link it in, so let's cut it. Let's cut it right. Let's cut it right there. If it'll let us cut it there. Nice. Alright. So let's go ahead and open that up. Well, there's a lot of tension on that link. A lot of tension. Alright. We got our two links out. Got that one bad one and so let's go ahead and link that back through like that. Then we need to, let's see, where is my other pliers at? Maybe these will work. Yeah, that might work. Then what we want to do is we want to push those links as close together as we can. We don't want any gap there if we can help it. Alright, I think that's going to be good enough. Let's see how that's going to sit. Yeah, that sits good. Okay. So now what we need to do is get our locking. They're probably going to be buried at the bottom because it's been a minute since I've used these. There they are. We need our locking tweezers here. I call them locking tweezers, or like, I guess they're like locking scissors, I guess you could call them. Just to hold that link so that we can, oh, great. There it is right there. Let me move this jump ring over here so I don't lose it. But let's go ahead and get that locked like that. Since we got that locked, let's see if we can push that together more. Yeah, I think that's about the closest we're going to get it. Alright. Not a biggie. Okay, so we got our two links out. Let's go ahead and put those two links in this bag here so we don't lose those. And that was the bad link there. That one's kind of crushed and small. So we'll have that there. Put that back in this bag. All right. Now let's go ahead and grab use our little pick here and our little stick and just dab some boric acid denatured alcohol on there. And normally I would use a 4 tip, but this is a pretty thick link, so I think we're going to use a 5 for this. Let me go ahead and burn that off there. Let's grab us some flux, and we may have to use a couple pieces of solder. I don't know that for sure, but we might have to. We're just going to cut one piece for right now, and if we have to cut another piece, we will. Alright, let me zoom you guys in here. Let's go ahead and grab our solder. We're going to heat this sucker up, let that flux burn off just a little bit. Might have to crank the torch up just a little more. There we go. I think that went through. Hell yeah. Nice. Alright, let me zoom you guys back out here, cool this off. Take a look at what we got. So, yeah. And I don't know if I like that back part too much, but yeah, and then we got a little excess up top here, but we can file that down. Yeah, that wasn't bad, guys. We didn't have to use 2 pieces of solder. How about that? So let's go ahead and get our silicone wheel here. I thought for sure we might just have to use 2 pieces of solder, but we will not bitch about that. So let's go ahead and file this top part here down just a tad. Just a hair. Then And we want to file that down, preferably where you can't see where it was cut or welded. It's starting to come into shape there a little bit. In a perfect world, anyways. And we just want to use a silicone wheel. We don't want to use anything aggressive like a rock or anything like that. Alright guys, you can see we got that smoothed out, blended in pretty well there. Let's go ahead and go to this other side. I'm not too sure how well we're going to be able to do this other side because it's kind of in a tight spot here. But we're going to try anyway. I had some people mention, you know, if I have a pickle pot or if I use pickle, and I don't, because if you use a self-pickling flux like Aquaflux or anything like that, you can skip that whole step pretty much. So I don't even use a pickle pot. I don't even have one. Long time ago I used to, but before they had self-pickling flux, but now that they got self-pickling flux, it's like, you know, it speeds up the process quite a bit. So I highly recommend Aquaflux. There's other self-pickling fluxes out there, but alright, that might be about as good as we get that side. For what we can reach anyways. Alright guys, see, and that didn't affect the way it lays, so that's good. But we got that filed down, we got this side filed down the best we could. It'll look better once we get it polished. Alright, now let's focus our attention to the jump ring here. We got the clasp, we got two links out, we got it welded back together. Let's go ahead and grab our jump ring here and hold it with some pliers. And we need to link our end tab through. I hope this jump ring is going to be big enough. I don't know. We're going to find out. There's one through there. Then we got to see if we can get the class through there. Oh boy. Come on. Don't be stubborn. There we go. And grab our other pair of pliers, see if we can close this up before we lose it. There we go. And that works out perfect. Hell yeah. It's a little bit tight, but it works. Alright, now what we need to do is go ahead and get our clamp and tweezers or scissors, whatever you want to call them. So you can hold it in position to where you can weld the ring closed. And there we go, like that. Hold on, I need to move this a little more, probably to there. Let's try that, see how that works. Yeah, I think I like that better. Alright guys, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take our stick, put in the boric acid denatured alcohol, dip a little bit on there, and we're going to light her up. And now that I'm thinking of it, we're going to switch tips, because we're using a 5 for the links because they were still pretty big and thick. But for jump ring, 5 is going to be a little bit too much. So let's go ahead and put a 4 on there. Put a 4 tip on there. Alright, we'll put us a little. Normally I don't use flux on jump rings, but we'll put a little bit on there just to be consistent, I guess you could say. And we don't need a big piece of solder, just a little itty bitty piece. Okay, and let me go ahead and zoom you guys in here. I'm just going to heat that up a little bit. Oh shit, we dropped our solder, guys. Damn. Hey, it's been a while since we dropped solder. We've been doing pretty good lately. I see it. I'm going to try to save it if I can. Come on, get out of there. Let me get a pick here. We were doing so good too, guys. There we go. We got it out of there. Let's go ahead and grab our solder again. Let's try this again. Crank the heat up a little bit on the torch. Oh, you bitch. You bizuch. Don't jump off to the side on me. There we go. Haha, we saved that piece. It was trying to run off to the side of us. If it ever tries to run off to the side like that, remember that solder likes to follow the heat. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it was trying to come over this way. So I tried to put a little more heat to the left, and that caused it to jump over this way. So we managed to save that sucker. Alright, dip it in water. Let me zoom you guys back out here. You see we got our jump ring welded now. Nice and welded. Let's go ahead and smooth that out now. Get that excess off of there a little bit. This bracelet is going to need some major polishing, man. It's got scratches all over it, man. Got scratches all over it. Oh, we gotta fix that class too. I just now realizing that. I didn't see that. You can tell they definitely got it caught. Look at that class. See how it's all bent up in the top there? Right there. Yeah, they got this thing hung up real good. Sure as heck did, man. Got that thing hung up real good. There we go. That looks a little better. Not quite, but we're getting there. Alright, that's about the best we're going to get it. It's a hell of a lot straighter than it was. It was all twisted and cockeyed looking. Alright, let's we got the jump ring done. We got our 2 links taken out. Alright. So that's one down. Now this other one, we just need a jump ring for it. They didn't supply a jump ring for this one. I should have something that'll work though in there. But this one we're just missing a jump ring. And this is a very solid piece right here. That is solid. There ain't nothing hollow about this thing. That's probably a $2,500, $3,000 bracelet right there. That's a heavy piece. Alright, let's see what we got. See what we got for jump rings in this bad boy. What do we got? Hey, that's a one hell of a jump ring right there. That is a thick jump ring. That'd be perfect for this bracelet since it's so heavy. Let's go ahead and grab our clip here. We're just going to hold the jump ring, do like we did on the other. Flip the end tab in and get the clasp through. And then close the ring up. Like so. There we go. Now that's a nice thick jump ring. That'll be perfect for this heavy bracelet. And let's go ahead and get our lock and tweezers here. All right. Well, that went a lot quicker than I thought it would. Thought it was going to take me a while to find a jump ring for that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get our boric acid GDH alcohol on there. And we got quite a bit of clearance. I don't think we're going to use flux on this one. Don't think we're going to use flux for this one. Let's go ahead and light that up and burn that off a little bit. Let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder. We don't need a very big piece. Zoom you guys back in here. Let's grab our solder. I don't think we're going to use flux. We got a lot of room, so if it tries to jump on me, should be able to pull it back over. Flux mainly just kind of helps hold the solder in place so it flows where you want it, to a degree, in a simple explanation. Let's see, will it cooperate or not? We need some more heat. More fire. Perfect. Went right on through. There we go. All right. It didn't need flux for that one. All right. You see we got that one welded. That turned out real nice. Let's go ahead and dry this off and smooth it out. Make that look a little more uniform. Just kind of get some of that excess off of there. Alright guys, well, we're done with these two bracelets. What I'm going to do now, get this one out of the bag, I'm going to drop these into ultrason, and I'm going to go clean them up, polish them, and we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with those bracelets. So here is the one bracelet here. We got it all nice, cleaned and polished. Got our jump ring on there. Got the two links taken out of the bracelet. Got that one looking good. And then here's the other one. We had to put the jump ring on. Got it all cleaned and polished and looking good. So we got two links and a jump ring on one, and then just a jump ring on this one. So it was fairly simple repairs, I should say. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Gangster Jeweler. If you'd like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, the link for that will be down in the description, although it's not required. Just kind of helps the channel grow. Also, if you would like to have me do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop, which I'll have the link for that down in the description online. And if you're in the Jacksonville area and you're a business and you want me to start doing your repairs, just shoot me an email. I'll have the link for that down in the description. Also, if you want to check out my my Kick live stream, that's more of like a reaction channel type live stream. I'll have the link for that down in the description. And then also I'm on Twitch as well. And you'll also find me. Also, if you're looking to buy jewelry in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. If not, I recommend Stellar Jewelry if you're out of state. I'll have the link for that down in the description as well. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is another 2 repairs down. We got 2 in 1 in this video. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate the loyal subscribers. Appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys learn a little something each time. And I always read the comments because, you know, I can always learn something as well. I don't always know everything. You always got to keep learning. If you get complacent and think you know everything, you're going to fall behind in this game. But at any rate, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, y'all.